Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it rolling. Please welcome to the ring, Santiago Emilio Rios Sentimentel.
Santiago Sentimentel from Juárez. From Juárez. Coming in.
And now his opponent, please welcome, fighting out of the red corner, JJ Subia.
All right, well, the Fight Book girls are ready to go. They're walking out. They're gonna walk. And JJ Subia is just, yep, I'll walk with you. Subia 2-0, 2 stoppages. The tail of the tape as we're ready to go.
All right, Long Beach, here we go. This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing in the featherweight division. Presented by DMG Boxing and Fight Book. Once again, our friends at Fight Book right out here. Make sure you visit the Fight Book booth. And of course, this bout is sponsored by Torque Law. Champions of the people. Check out their booth as well. They got some cool swag out there, as well as some other giveaways and raffles. Our judges for this bout, we have Ron Scott Stevens, Fernando Villarreal, and Dr. Lou Moret. Our referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Cameron Frizzell. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 124.3 pounds, holding a professional record of 2 wins and no defeats. Fighting out of Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Please welcome Santiago Emilio Rios Sentimentel. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at an even 125 pounds. His record, 2 wins, no defeats, both wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Atascadero, California, this is JJ Subia.
Both trunks are a little high. I'm gonna let you work in the middle of the trunks right here. I gave you instruction in the locker room. Reminder, watch the punch behind the head, keep your punches up, listen to my commands. Touch gloves, back to the corner.
All right, Cameron Frizzell, the third man in the ring as we get ready for our 8th fight of the night. Two fighters that are both 2-0. Subia, the difference though, has knocked out his opponents. Sentimentel, the distance.
Box.
All right, so Joseph Subia from Atascadero, California. He's knocked out his opponents in the first round. Turned pro this year to Subia, the 22-year-old. He's in the purple. Got the fight book on his trunks. Sponsor behind him, but both fighters that he knocked out had losing records.
And same for Sentimentel. So both guys are fighting guys for the first time that have wins on their ledger.
Yeah, for Sentimentel from Juarez, he beat the same guy twice. And decision both times. So interesting to see from these youngsters is scheduled for 4 rounds. Tatum Beltran coming up next.
The one thing you see from Sentimentel is he has a really good left hook, which is no surprise.
He's also got some fancy trunks.
Yes.
I mean, you're coming in 2-0 and you got trunks like that, it means you got some dough, right? Those aren't cheap. Both fighters with the tassels and the purple.
Yeah, they're both looking sharp. Subia carrying on a family tradition. His father was an amateur and a brief pro.
Santiago Sentimentel. Ciudad Juarez, right on the El Paso border. Got to fight your way out of there.
The Subia family, they own the Goat Shack Boxing Club in Atascadero, representing that 805 up there by San Luis Obispo.
And how many fighters come in that area, huh?
No, it's not usually a hotbed. There's a lot more to do than box up there.
You got the no boxing, no life boots, does Santiago Sentimentel. 19 years old.
He can fight a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't find anything on either of these guys. So we're flying blind right now.
Subia actually has a very big TikTok following, a couple 100,000 followers.
I saw that, but it wasn't boxing related.
It wasn't boxing related.
Box.
Tatum Beltran and then Eric Mondragon after that.
Great job of the California Athletic Commission giving young referee Cameron Frizzell these kind of young up-and-coming fights.
Good for him.
Listen for the bell. Stop.
Here's some action from that first round. Sentimentel seemed like he was a little bit busier. Both guys landed some good shots. Most of the fight was in that center of the ring. Both guys with a similar style. The only thing, Subia switched a couple of times from southpaw to orthodox. And Beto, I want to give a little clarification from the last fight, because I mentioned that there was going to be a technical draw because the fight didn't go into the 5th round. It didn't go a full 4 rounds. The unified rules of boxing does have that rule. California has a slightly different rule where only the 4th round has to start and only 3 complete. Therefore, that's why they went to the decision.
And it was a decision on the side of Daniel Mendoza. Great job by referee Tom Taylor of the commission to get right on it. They jumped on it right away.
And that was just one of those things because of the short amount of the rounds and that knockdown that really ended up hurting Navarro in the decision, even though I think he was getting ready and started to dominate toward the end of that round.
Yeah, that's why I was saying at the end of the third, like, he's got to go for it, right? He's got to end because you don't want to leave it down because you went through the knockdown, and 2 of the judges had it 39-38. So the knockdown was the difference.
Yes.
Joseph Subia has Joe Subia in his corner, along with Maddox Subia and Andrew Garcia. And for Santiago, he's got Oscar Garcia in his corner and Laura Cimental.
I think Subia needs to get a little bit busier because he's kind of letting Sentimentel get off a little bit.
Well, both of them need to get busier.
And if they didn't have different colored trunks, I'd have trouble telling them apart.
No knockdown. Cameron on top of that.
Sentimentel just missed with that right hand. There's Subia trying to get a combination off, but he covers up, waiting for Sentimentel to punch back. I'd like to see him have some head movement, some knee bend, but he definitely got quick hands. And that combination and that body shot got Sentimentel's attention.
That's what you got to be doing right there if you're Subia.
Maybe he just needed to warm up a little bit, but now he's running his hands a little bit. Good right hand by Sentimentel.
That's Sentimentel who's doing it.
And that's the thing is, I don't like that Subia kind of has a stop-start mentality.
Yeah, just keep going, right? Put the pressure on him.
Well, he's moving while he's punching, but defensively he stops. Then he has to restart. And that doesn't leave you in the best positions defensively sometimes. Either that or he doesn't respect Sentimentel's power. And Subia needs to stop pulling straight back, because one day, maybe not tonight, somebody's going to throw a Joe Frazier left hook at you.
Yeah, you're a 4-rounder. You got to be active because you
100%.
Can't leave it in the judge's hands.
No, not at all. Right now, there's not a whole lot to differentiate. I would say the ring generalship, the effective pressures on Subia's side right now. And I think Sentimentel's making a mistake by going backwards, because I think he could actually have some success if he just decided to go forward.
Good shot landed.
An even first round, and I think Subia outpointed him that second round. And here we go, some action in that second round. Subia started to move his hands a little bit, pushing Sentimentel back. Nice overhead shot by our camera crew. Puts you literally right on top of the action. Coming up on round 3, Thunder Studios, DMG Boxing. Friday night fights.
All right, there's our 8th fight of the night. There's 13 scheduled. DMG gives you your money's worth here at millions.co. Now, if you're Sentimental, this is where you want to try to do something. You're here for Juarez. You're a long way from the border. Put some pressure on this young man.
But it's really one punch at a time.
For both guys.
Well, Subia the last round started to move his hands a little bit more. He needs a double jab right there. He's got the tools. He's quick.
And Subia has the boxing gloves on the left shoulder, the left bicep. You got to do something with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, he comes from a fighting family. They own and run a gym. But a little bit too much posturing, especially in a 4-round fight. A 4-round fight is only one more round than an amateur fight. You really have to get busy.
And also, I'm looking to my left, and you see the top-ranked brass is here. You never know what they are looking at, what they might see. So if you can be electric.
I mean, those are two of the best eyes in boxing the last 30, 40 years.
So if you could be electric and open up some eyes, an opportunity, because I know in the previous fight, Daniel Mendoza opened up some eyes for himself.
Absolutely. I mean, even though I think Navarro was, in my opinion, was close to closing that show, he accounted himself very well. You know, you're not going to be able to tell him that he didn't earn that decision.
Oh, no, every single bit.
You could see by the reaction, you know, on his face, because I think not a lot of people gave him a chance. But I still think Navarro has a huge upside.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, he recovered from that knockdown, and I think he was on the verge of.
He would have stopped him.
I believe so.
Yeah. But that's the way the game breaks.
Yes, and when that technical decision came after the 3rd round because of the California rules rather than the 4th rounds, it really afforded him that opportunity. That knockdown was even bigger than it would have been in a 4 or 5 round fight. One thing I notice about Sentimentel, he doesn't turn his shots over. He doesn't turn them over. That way, it's not really doing anything to get Subia off of him.
No, Subia's just standing right there with him.
Subia's got some good legs. I just like to see him be a little bit more forceful with his jab and push this guy back.
Yeah, be aggressive.
Yes, good one too. But
they're youngsters.
Yeah, and they're still kind of coming out of that amateur style. And I think Subia is still coming out of that amateur style. He lands a punch and then he kind of flicks his wrist a little bit, like to show, hey, I landed a punch, rather than throwing another punch. And you're going to learn in this program that every punch counts, and you got to make every punch count. Subia posturing to the crowd a little bit, and we're through 3. There's some action here. It's just been few and far between for Sentimentel. And he really hasn't landed anything that's really got Subia's attention. Even on that left hook, he kind of just pushed it. Subia's not really taking his power serious, playing to the crowd a little bit, but I would like to see him in this 4th round exert a little bit of authority.
Fourth and final round from JJ Subia. And the purple trunks, who's undefeated. Santiago Sentimentel, also undefeated. Both of them 2-0.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that had the last name Sentimental.
I agree with you.
I've known a few people that were sentimental.
Oh, there's a lot of people in the boxing world that are very sentimental.
Yeah, they're up in their feelings a lot.
You want to get sentimental? Go work in TV. Right, Rolando Nichols? They'll tell you all about it. Our producer director, Rolando, knows.
See, I work in the homicide business.
Yeah, the crime fighting cut man, Mike Rodriguez. Oh, there's no sentimental value in the homicide business, right?
Well, I mean, just you got a job to do, and you try to be as professional as possible at all times.
Great job by our production crew.
They do a great job. They make our job real easy.
As even Chad, our ring announcer tonight, Fishburne knows. Ring announcers, they can be very sentimental.
I think they have to be.
Yeah.
They got to feel the crowd.
And now these fighters are done feeling each other out and throwing some punches.
Yeah, it's the 4th round.
You got to go for it.
Neither guy is super heavy-handed, even though the 2 knockouts that Subia has, they were against guys with no wins. But that's where he's supposed to be at this point of his career.
They're young. The game's good rounds, good action. Right hand from the fighter from Juarez.
And whether like guys like Bruce Trampler and Brad Goodman are looking to sign these guys, they're also looking at them for what?
Opponents.
Absolutely.
You need quality opponents.
And win, lose, or draw, a guy 2-1 against maybe one of their undefeated fighters, you know, that's a good fight.
Tatum Beltran, Eric Mondragon, Sammy Contreras, Matthew Jacinto, and Luis Rubalcaba still to come here as DMG giving you 13 fights on a Friday night.
I think as Subia progresses in his career, you know, he'll sit down on his shots a little more. Sentimentel's not a bad fighter. He slaps a lot, and he kind of rushes head first. As the action really picks up these last 30 seconds.
Yeah, close the show.
These fights have not lacked for action and drama, that's for sure, because let me tell you something. If you couldn't see, that last fight, every fan was literally right on top of the ring. There was a lot of emotion in that fight.
Work, guys. Stop.
Final seconds of the fight. How will the judges have this one? I can see a draw coming.
I think Subia did enough to
Yeah.
It was
I think he did enough to win, but
Yes.
I could see a draw coming.
Well, after that first fight, nothing's going to surprise me.
Attaboy. That's what we're talking about, Mike.
There's Joseph Subia and his dad. I think they won the fight.
Yeah, he's brought to you by Wise Out Boxing. That's who signed him. Management company for Subia. Just recently signed with. You see the big chain on him.
Sentimentel gave a good account for himself in his U.S. debut.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Aron Scott Stevens, pardon me, Dr. Lou Moret scores it 39-37 for Sentimentel. Judge Fernando Villarreal scores it 40-36 for Subia. And Judge Aron Scott Stevens scores it 38-38. This bout is a split draw.
Well, the judges couldn't agree on anything in that fight.
Not at all. One had it even, one had it wide, one other had it wide. So a
Paper, rock,
split draw.
paper, rock, scissors on that one.
So Joseph Subia and Santiago Sentimentel pick up their first draw of their career. They keep their O, but they get a draw.
And I think for Sentimentel, he coming across the border, I think that's kind of a win for him.
Yep. And for Subia, you got to be disappointed in it. Great job by Mamba Mike giving you the replays there. Our production crew can't say enough about the great staff here at Thunder Studios. The audio, the visual, the production, the cameras, everything for you. The producer, director extraordinaire. And you see they found the highlights for it. Good package put together from Subia and Sentimentel. As we're done with 8 fights here at Thunder Studios. 5 more to go. And my man Mike, I hate to do it to you, man, but I think 8 was enough for me. But I will be here for the intro for you.
Ladies and gentlemen.